But there's an old proverb that says, as in water, face answers to face, so the heart of man to man.
If you find yourself with a camera in your hand and want to learn how to use it, please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment below.
Hey, Photos photographers. We've done some challenges on Mondays of things before about water. I'm gonna kind of quantify this a little bit. I try to leave the challenges a little bit more open, but this one I'm going to say a water reflection. What does that mean? Well, reflect something in water and try and capture the image of it. The important part of it is don't get your camera in the reflection. Okay? I know it's hard. I shot so many different reflective surfaces in so many different ways. I shot into water. Actually, my wife, she has a very good photographic eye herself, and she got an image I'm looking at right now. It's hanging on our wall of a sea turtle when she was on a cruise. And she got a shot into the water without reflecting anything above. So if you didn't take a look at the detail of the bubbles and things that are on top of the water above the turtle, you wouldn't necessarily know that he wasn't just on a beach. But there's some exposure highlights. You kind of get the idea that, yeah, there's water highlights, the sun shining through the water. And so that's some of the detail and attention of looking to get an image that I'm wanting you to work for in this week's challenge is water reflection. She didn't capture a reflection in that image, but she actually named it for a photo competition we were involved with. We put photographs into. And she called him the old timer. I think perhaps the judges were looking for a person instead of a turtle. But he's huge, and that's why she's calling him old. It's because each plate on his shell is massive. I would expect it would be very close to the size of my hand from heel to fingertip. And that's very nearly each part of his shell, each plate. But the reflection idea is reflective face. I thought about while I was thinking about what challenge we should have this week. I love reading, and so I read a lot of literature. Some of it ancient literature, some of it new modern literature. But there's an old proverb that says, as in water, face answers to face, so the heart of man to man. It's a little bit poetic and hard to understand, but the practical nature of that is water is reflective. So when you lean over what we're going to call a bath, okay, that's what a contained amount of water is called, a bath. It's reflective enough, as long as there's adequate light around that bath, to reflect what is being held or whatever is hovering above the water. And so if you can look down into the water, you're going to see reflected more than likely your face and anything else that you see within the periphery of your viewpoint over the water. But the important aspect of the reflection, why the proverb is so poetic and weird, the heart of man to man is very much the same way, that when you hover over a bath of water and you see the reflection, we kind of know the intentions of our own heart. And that's the proverb is, so you can see in water the reflections all around you of the sky behind you if you're outside, or whatever it is. You can see your clothes, you see your face. There's whatever is lit in the environment around you, you're going to see it in the reflection of the water. And so I'm going to call it the light of God, lighting each man. We tend to know what's going on. We know the truth, and we can't hide things from ourselves. That's why some of us aren't very good liars, because we know what we're saying isn't true. And I guess really and truly, if people believed what they said, even knowing it's not the truth, I guess most people would call him a psychopath. So the getting back on topic a little bit here from going so far afield, the challenge for this week is reflections in water. And I specifically am asking for reflections in water because there's so many other things we could get reflections from. Tinfoil, mirrors, glass, I mean, even plastic tablecloths, for goodness sake. I have an image, I think it's even, maybe it's not in a portfolio, but I don't know, maybe we can work it into a thumbnail or something, because the photograph I'm thinking about is not a reflection in glass, it's actually a reflection off of plastic, or reflection off of water. It's not a reflection off of water, but the tablecloth, with how contrasted my shot was, because I was shooting toward an open, or an open because it wasn't shaded, window and door. The tabletop looks wrinkled, almost like water waves, with something glass on top of the table. So it was unique, it was interesting, it's dark, it's moody, but you really don't know what's going on. And that's part of why the image is intriguing, but it's not really good enough to, oh, I want to buy that to show as art or anything like that. So that's why I'm specifically saying I want reflections in water. I want you to play with that. I want you to try and work with it, because some reflective surfaces are not easy to hide your camera in, and that's part of the challenge, is trying to keep your camera out of your camera's own view. We can do that fairly easy because we don't think of our eyes as cameras. When we look into a bath of water, we see ourselves and we go, oh, that's me. But we can't take a picture with our eye. So have fun with the challenge. Get your camera above a bath of water to reflect an image, and do what you can in your setup to make sure that your camera is not part of the reflection your camera captures. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to seeing your images. If you want to throw them online somewhere and give us a link and a comment, we would love to see your photographs. And give us a thumbs up as you partake in this challenge and learn a lot about reflections and how to avoid your camera and getting a good image. And it's fun, let me tell you. Shooting into a mirror, there are lots of ways to get pictures and to make sure things are reflected in whatever reflective surface you have, and keep things clear and concise and uncluttered. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet a subscriber, we would love to have your subscription becoming a part of our Photos photographer family. Thank you so much. God bless.